There are many reasons why it might be beneficial for us to record a presentation as we narrate over the top of it. One of these reasons is to create a flipped class concept. If you're not familiar with flipped classes, I suggest looking into them. Essentially, it's creating content and then delivering it to students so they can watch it outside of the class and get all of the background knowledge that they need, so that when you have them in class, you can engage them in projects and higher order thinking. Now, in order to do this, we would need to record this presentation as we narrate over the top of it. Now, another way that this would be beneficial is if you gave a presentation in class, but several students were missing. It'd be nice if we had a way to deliver this presentation with our narration to them so that they can get caught up. Well, inside of PowerPoint, this is easy to do. What you can do is to use the Record Slideshow feature. In order to access this, I can go up to the top and select the Slideshow tab. From here, right below it, there is a button for Record Slideshow. Now, if I press this, it brings up my presentation in another window. So here I have some different buttons up at the top. We can record, we can stop it and replay it. I have the ability to put notes in here. If you want, you can clear recordings, and when you do this, you can clear them for a specific slide or for all of the slides. And then over here under Settings, you'll want to make sure that you have the correct microphone selected. So if you have multiple microphones, you're going to want to make sure that the right one is checked. Same thing with camera. If you want to use your webcam, you might have an external one or one in your computer. You'll want to make sure that you use the correct one. Down at the bottom, we also have some tools. Over here, we can turn on or off our camera. If we turn it on, we'll see a picture-in-picture that allows the students to see you speaking over the top of these slides. You can also turn your microphone on or off. We have some drawing tools here, including highlighter and pen. You can change the color and draw or write on the slides. Now, in the bottom left is something that I want you to notice here. This is an important part of this. It says slide 1 of 4, and it will begin timing it as we record it. Now, one thing that this recording feature does is it records a different piece of audio for each slide that you narrate over. So in other words, as I narrate over slide 1, it will time that, and then it will attach that audio to this slide. As I advance, it will start a new audio file and attach that to the second slide, and so on. So this makes it very easy if you give a presentation that you can go back and select one particular slide and delete that audio and add in new audio. I'm going to go ahead and click on Record. It gives me a countdown, and I can now begin. Down here, notice that it's giving me the amount of time that has elapsed for the specific slide and the overall presentation. Let's say that I've said some things about this slide and I'm ready to advance to the next one. I can click on this button. And now the time for the slide starts over because this will be a new audio file on this slide, but they're also showing me the total duration of the presentation at this point. I'll advance to the next slide. And again, here there will be an audio file, and then I can go to the last one. Now, because of this, you'll want to make sure that when you're clicking through the slides, that as you talk about the slide, let's say, for instance, the STEM slide, that once you're done talking about it, you want to stop, advance to the next slide, and then start narrating again. I'm going to go ahead and push stop on here. And once I do that, I can go through and replay it. So I can play this and it will start to play that presentation that I just had. Now, this is very helpful because what it's doing is it's taking these slides and attaching an audio file on top of them so that the narration appears with the slides. Let's go ahead and exit out of here now. And you'll notice in the bottom right corner of each of these slides, there is a speaker icon. And on here, we could play that and listen to the audio attached to this slide. If I go to another one, you'll see that there's an audio file down here, and that is the audio for this particular slide. Now, if I go back up to the Record Slideshow button, remember that we had this clear setting. And if I click on that, again, I can clear the recording on the current slide or clear all recordings. If I wanted to start over and do the whole presentation over, I can click on this bottom one. For right now, though, let's say that I'm happy with the presentation. I can click off of this. And now if I share this presentation, it will have narration over the top that students can listen to. So this is a great way to either create this flipped class model or to create a presentation that students who are absent can listen to. Now, in the next video, we'll take a look at how we can convert this to a video that we can share with our students.